We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the American Airlines Center. We're in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks. All live on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. You look at the Nuggets. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
And they can put themselves into a great position in the season series by winning tonight. They've won the first one, 2 to go after this, so they'd be assured of at least a split.
Well, and when you've already gotten that first win, it makes you feel like you're on the attack going into the second meeting.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my. So much force in Bam's game right there.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
And so it's Dallas with it. The Nuggets getting the bucket. The shot by Wells, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's LeVert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Pass to Adebayo. Dallas moving it around. Five to shoot. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Now here's LeVert. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here is Smith. Dunn covering. Unloads from 13. Nice shot by Smith.
And the defense gets in Smith's face inside, but he shows real poise by not backing down.
And here is Wells. Now here's Adebayo. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Adebayo's got 6 points.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Pass to Castle. Screen by Allen. Smith outside. Here's LeVert. And Denver again with the bucket.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's White. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Now White, still scoreless. Pass to Abaji. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, and guys, when White's got the ball in his hands, you can count on him to make the right decision with it.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's LeVert. Allen with the ball. And Allen with the slam.
You really got to hit Allen if you want to stop him. Just so long and strong from there.
To the right side. Pass to Wells. Dunn looking over the floor. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Adebayo. Excellent D there from Allen.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. In front of mine tonight, Jared Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jared is an incredible rim protector, and when he's on the floor, they'll avoid driving the paint. So Jared Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Adebayo.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Tipped away. Here's Abaji. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Brown's wide open. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
.114 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. And slam dunk by Allen.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Now here's White. Still yet to score. Here's Wells. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. That one misses. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Pass to Springer. Now Adebayo. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Carter. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Buzelis. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Dallas.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Denver passing it around. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Denver needs to get off his shot. Lets the three fly. The shot by Buzelis, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a three-point game. To the middle. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Carter's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Mavs. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Simmons with it. Well guarded by Dunn. Coming close. Here's Buzelis. Rebounded by Holmes. Dallas leading by 5. Williams with a clean look. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. It's tipped. And here they come. And Holmes throws it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. As a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
You can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. Pass to Holmes. Williams attacking. Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And they get it. He takes it up and lays it in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Carter. With the drive. Doesn't go that time. Smith with the defensive effort. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Nuggets getting their third free throw shot of the game.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Pass to Walker. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Buzelis with the ball. Walker with a clean look. And again, Denver no good. Mavericks leading by 11. Carter looking around. Now Holmes. And it's White, top of the key. Back to Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's Walker with the three. And another miss by Denver. Carter with it. Now Smith defending. Back to Carter. Pass to Williams. And then Williams slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Nuggets trailed by 17. Here's Castle. Nothing on the board. He takes it in. Good on the shot.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Dallas. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. It's to Wells. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
There's the drive. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Castle. Defended by Carter. Castle misses.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
At the top of the key, Wells. Outside Williams. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 1:07 left here in the second. The kick out to Walker. Pass to LeVert. Here's Caravan. Here's Castle. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Allen with the ball. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mavericks leading by 17. White looking around. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. "20 seconds left in the first half. Here's Castle. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. No good there. so it's the Dallas Mavericks taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The Nuggets trailed by 19. Up top, Simmons. Still without a basket. It's hauled in by Dunn. Dallas with the ball. And here's Adebayo. Off target with the jump hook. Simmons left side. LeVert with the wide open look. No good from outside. Dallas leading by 19. Pass to White. Here's Abaji. Guarded by Walker. Here's Abaji. Launches it from deep. A long distance three is buried. Abaji's got 11 points. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside, Walker. Here's Simmons. At the elbow, it's Allen. Pass to Castle. And here is Simmons. Fade away. Abaji pulls it in.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Wells way outside. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Walker. Going inside. And a missed layup.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And here's Adebayo outside. Ben Simmons with the rebound.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
Pass to Abaji. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Adebayo the screen. Down low. Off on the layup.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Allen with the ball. Dunn covering. Right side, Simmons. Pass to LeVert. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. LeVert's got his second bucket tonight.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Dallas making a switch here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's White. Driving to the basket. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. The Mavericks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Pass to Adebayo. Now Williams takes it inside, and it's Williams with the jam.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammate.
Now here's Allen. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Light covering. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Williams up on top. He's got 11. Outside, White. Up top, Adebayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Abaji can't get it to go. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 19. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Taken third overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando. Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Carter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavs.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
Pass to Holmes. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Got to communicate and switch that screen.
Holmes with it. On the wing. Rebound by Smith.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over to the wing. Smith left side. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Carter Rebound by Smith. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Castle. The kick out to Walker. Smith for three. Rebound by Williams. Carter with it. With one on the clock. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Mavericks leading by 20. Pass to Walsh. Williams with the ball. Buzelis grabs the board. Over to the left wing. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Pass to Walsh. Shot clock at 5. Holmes, good.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track. Disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
To the left side wing. Now Buzelis over Williams. Rebounded by Holmes. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Pass to Holmes. Here is Carter. Crafty move. And then Carter with the dunk.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Castle. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And again, Denver no good. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Substitution on the court.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Wallace. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. From deep, Walker sinks the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
It's Holmes, high post. Back to Oladipo. Clock at 6. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And the shot falls short this time. And here's Walker outside. Carter pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Takes a 3. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Caravan. Fires from deep. And Oladipo pulls it down. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying the international game.
Pass to Conley. Here's Walsh. This one for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Pass to Tyson. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Bounce pass, Conley. Dallas moving it around. Pass to Tyson. Back to Conley. And here's Oladipo. Here's Walsh. Fires the 3. No good that time.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Here's Harris. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Here is Conley. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Tyson. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Here's Caravan. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Dallas. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And here's Oladipo. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
I still think about you. I still think about you. Tell me how you been. Crazy how you turned into a dub when I could have been 2 10s. Crazy